Hello legends, and today we are building my new Dragon Ball Z gaming chair from Subsonic. Hello my legends, it is your boy Link back with another review and build of a gaming chair. So quickly before we start this video, actually like properly and in depth legends, I just want to talk about Shop2.net because I had a couple of issues. Basically the chair I bought was supposed to be the Pro gaming chair from Subsonic, the Dragon Ball one, but I was actually sent the original gaming seat from Subsonic. Basically, I didn't even notice. Amy noticed after I built it and was like, "That's not what you ordered. What you ordered was supposed to be orange." And I was like, "Was it?" So no, when I went on my orders to look, what I'd ordered was the Pro gaming seat, but that leads to a couple of issues in this video. One of them issues is, for example, like the suggested weight limit. Because the suggested weight limit of the Pro seat is 150 kilos, this one is 120 kilos. If I make any other mistakes about any technical specifications in the video, so I'm filming this a few days later than I filmed it basically, because I've been trying to sort it out with Shop2.net, but we're nowhere near a solution in terms of Shop2.net, so I thought I'd better just put the video up so you guys can see the review. But yeah, basically, if I talk about any of the technical specifications, do just check them. But feel free, any questions, ask in the comments, but also just in terms of the weight limit, like I am 140 odd kilos, and this is supposed to be for 120 kilos, but it's been absolutely fine for me, so don't worry about it. I don't think it's going to cause you specifically an issue, but Shop2.net literally sent me the wrong chair, won't refund me unless I take the whole chair apart and send it back. I have to take it apart and fit it so it goes in the original box, which I don't really want to do. I asked them if they could do me just give me some money off, partial refund of a voucher, like a goodwill gesture. They offered me £5. So yeah, Shop2.net didn't do great. So I will just mention that at the start of this video before we get to the proper review. Also, Shop2 don't have the orange chair; they have this blue one on their website. So I'll put Amazon links in the description so you can get like today's price for both chairs, rather than me saying it costs this much or it's worth this much, because as you know, prices change all the time. My X-Rocket Alpha video has got nearly 50,000 views, so I just want to thank all the legends that watched that. And we've upgraded to a Subsonic Dragon Ball Z chair. The X-Rock is still going fine for anyone that watched that video and is curious. It's like 3 years old now, maybe more, and it's still going fine. Amy uses it for work, so I needed something for my office, so I decided to get a Goku gaming chair, especially because I recently tried to get Dragon Ball G Fuel in the UK, and I can't get it, so I was like, right, it's time to get something else. Also, I'm like the ultimate noob when it comes to DIY, as you can probably tell by the state of my toolbox. Like, it's all like mismatched and falling out of the holes and stuff. And it's not a proper toolbox, it's like one of them toolboxes that come with everything. So yeah, I'm a DIY noob. So if you're a DIY noob, at least you're going to learn how hard is it to build this chair with no DIY ability at all. Don't have a knife, so I'm just going to kind of try and yeet it. Just kind of like wolf-fang fist it open. Oh, the colours are pretty. So I went for this one just because I thought it was different. So it's like a blue and orange, like it's heavy. So you get a cardboard box, some wheels. That's always a good thing when you get a chair. Little 5-star Dragon Ball. Some pipe. If you want to hit your enemies with it. Yeet. Oh, just the arm. Look at that. Very fancy. I'm running out of space to put stuff already. And that's the other arm. Hopefully these ones can go on left or right, because that is a... Oh look, and also I've got Goku... Well, I've got a Goku sock, and then I've got a Piccolo sock on. You know. For a special occasion, pull out the big guns. In terms of socks, this is the gas lift. That's an important piece of the puzzle. And this is the actual seat. That's the bit you sit on. Another plasticky bit of pipes. Then Come on, I'm going to have to go KO King times 5 to get this out. Look at that, with the Dragon Ball logo on. It says Dragon Ball Z up top, and it's got the House of Roshi Turtle symbol. I love that. Guys, we've just encountered like the biggest problem possible. There's this with some bits in. There's that. There's that stuff. That stuff. The chair. The box. There's no instructions, is there? How the hell are we going to build this without instructions? At least the X-Rocker had instructions. So I started sorting everything. I think these are all parts of the base. And then I turned the bottom of the chair over. We have instructions. That's a big stress off my hands. And also, while sorting these, they tell you whether they're right or left. Because that's often something you can bugger up on these chairs. Is the arms. And sometimes the arms go on before the back, and if they do, you're just absolutely no problem. So always check whether your arms are right and left if they're different to each other. Sometimes they're the same, which is brilliant, but if they're different, you really got to be careful with it. Let's get the instructions out and get building. To be fair, look at the instructions. So it's literally just one sheet, 2 sheets. Like, it's not a booklet or anything. They're also like only in English. I don't know if you buy it in a different place, if you get different language instructions, but it appears it is only in English. It also says only trained personnel may replace or repair the height adjustable components. Okay. First criticism. So it says insert the legs into the base and affix them with M6 20 screws. Which one of them is an M6 screw? Like, there's only 20 of that one, so I guess it has to be that one, right? But they could have labelled them like A, B, D, B, Z, S, S, J, you know what I mean? Surely. I'm going to take you through everything that confuses me in the build to hopefully, if you were to buy this chair after watching this, or if you've already got one, it'll hopefully help you. Now this bit's confusing because basically these legs slide on here, but there's these like, let me get on one. There's these little plastic protector bits, they actually stay on. Otherwise the legs don't fit and they look all floppy. So you actually have to leave the plastic protectors on. That wasn't clear in the instructions at all. I thought it was packaging. I took them off. Thankfully I just chucked them across the room and didn't throw them away. One thing that is quite simple is the wheels. They just push in and then they click in. So that's a nice simple bit. Also, while I'm filming this I'm thinking, like, if you had all the Dragon Balls, right? So for those of you that aren't Dragon Ball fans, you're just fans of the channel or fans of chair building videos, if that's your thing, what would you wish for? You get one wish. You get all the Dragon Balls. One wish. You can wish for anything. What would you wish for? I would wish that you hit the subscribe button right now. You can make my wishes come true. But yeah, what would you wish for? Let me know in the comments. Hopefully someone's got some mad, just fun wish going on. I hope so. I thought I'd try to show you this step because it can be one that confuses people when building a chair. So what you want to do is stand up this bit. And you want to drop these like plastic covers over it. And then you basically just want to go to the chair and just push it in, basically. And you'll know it's in enough if you can lift the chair up by it. Push it right in. This next step is one you also really don't want to get wrong. So you've got to fit this kind of base plate to this. It goes this way. Now what I've done is I've looked at the instructions. I've looked to see where the smaller end, because normally when you build a chair, the front bit will be like the base will be further back. It won't be actually in the middle of the chair most of the time, which will help you find it. But yeah, just make sure you find it. And also that tells you that the front is there, because it says front. It also says carelessness causes fire. So yeah, please don't start any fires, anyone. But yeah, so screw that in and you'll be golden. But just make sure you got it the right way. Even if it's not this chair, if it's another chair. Because I tell you what, once you put it all together, if you have to take it apart, oh, it's just the worst thing in the world. It sucks. So do it once and do it right. Another tip for this section is get these screws just hand tight to start with. And also the washer goes underneath. So like this bit's metal, doesn't matter, but the washer goes underneath it to protect the chair. If you don't know what a washer is, it's like a little metal disc with a hole in. But yeah, the washer goes under that, and then I'd hand tighten all these before you get your Allen key out, just to just basically to make sure that they're even and that they're level and stuff before you make it tight, and then you've got to undo stuff that's tight. This is why you don't tighten it too much. I've messed up, so I tried to look at the picture and work out where it goes, but there's actually front, this is the back, and that says front, so I've got to flip it around. That's why you don't screw it in tight all the way. So the next step was just this bit here. You basically just push the chair on top of it, and then this is now your gas lift. You can set it to lock so it doesn't go back and forward. You can set it to free and then it will rock back and forward. I don't know if you can really do it without sitting on it, but yeah, I'm going to put the arms on now and then we'll put the back on and it'll be done, which has been really straightforward so far. So the first time went in super easy, but the second one I'm having a bit of a problem because the lever doesn't quite line up with the holes for the screws. So it's just like trying to hold the chair up whilst also holding that, whilst also screwing in the screws. Just a little bit of a job. I tried to spin it around, but it failed because it hit the box. We have two arms, and what I had to do in the end was not that side, this side. Is I basically had to fit this back on to support the weight of the chair, like the weight of the arm. And then when that supported the weight of the arm, it allowed me to basically force this one in, but it was really hard to get in. Once you got the first turn, it was fine, it just went in like it should, but it was just the first turn was an absolute menace, so be aware of that. And maybe you could, even if you don't put that one in, maybe you could have someone hold that, take the weight off it, which would be your plan B if you're struggling. Now the back is up, but it's not screwed in, but it's actually thick enough that it will hold in. But again, some of these screw holes, like this one, I don't think there's enough light in there for me to film it. No, there isn't. But yeah, it's not like cut flush, so it makes it really difficult to get the screws in, so just be aware of that again. So again, what I've done here is I've put the screws in now, but only hand tightened, just to get them all in, get everything level. Chair looks great, but we'll have a proper look at it in a second. I'm just going to screw these in and then we'll actually review what the chair is like. I was having a lot of issues getting this back aligned, so what I've done, it was this screw here just wouldn't go in. So what I've done is I took the side off completely, and then I'm going to start with that screw and hopefully it works out, but it's a bit of a ball, like it just wouldn't line up. So I'm just tightening the screws, but here's a top DIY tip, right? This one, if you put it in like this, you can only turn it to here, and then it gets stuck on the top of the chair, right? So if you just put it in long ways, grab yourself a wrench, then you can turn a little one into a long one and you can go all the way around. Genius. So here is the chair in all its glory. Also here's mine, Dragon Ball Funko Pop collection. Just in case you're watching this because you like Dragon Ball and you're like, what, does this guy like Dragon Ball that much? Also mine, Dragon Ball hoodie. Well, it's not a real hoodie, it's a Primark one, but economy's rough, you know. So there we have it. It's definitely taller than my X-Rocker. Comes with a little tagger on it, flame resistant. Don't do that if you live in like a rented property or an office or something, if you want to use it for work, because sometimes you need it for insurance to prove it's like fireproof if a place catches fire. It's quite sturdy, I think. The first test will be sitting down. So in the immortal words of Danny from, okay, I've got the camera too low, but that's comfortable. That is plush. Arms are very low. If you're using it for a computer, the arms are super low. Super cushiony. It's really high. It's higher than my X-Rocker was. You can go down. I'm 5'11", sometimes 6 foot, depending on who's measured how tall I am. For reference, it's a little snug in the sides. It's like huggy. I'm a big boy, right? But it's comfortable still. It's a weird arch. It's quite deep. Like I'll show you. Like it's sat back. It's not like sat forward. Although the bottom part definitely still supports you back for that. It's a really plush, soft foam, but also really supportive compared to some of the other chairs I've tried. It's fancy. It looks good. It's comfortable. I wish there was something on the back. Like, I wish they'd put like a kanji logo or something on the back as well. I think that would have added a lot to the chair, especially for like just decorative purposes, because when you sit in it, you straight away, you know, I don't know, it's a Dragon Ball chair, it just looks like I've got a blue and orange chair. So if they'd put something on the back, I think that would have been a great help. It's comfortable, build was a bit confusing. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. The build was difficult, it is comfortable, but it's a little bit laid back. Like I say, it's a little bit, it has got like a twisty bit on the bottom, so you can have it so it leans back and forward like that, like rocks. I tend to have mine quite stable though, because I don't like falling backwards. You know what I mean? That feel like, it feels like you're going to die, doesn't it? You know, you go, and you fall back on the chair, so I'm avoiding that. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with the chair. I'll put an Amazon link in the description. I bought mine from shop2.net. It came in a big old box. One thing I will mention as well, shop2.net didn't, it's a nice box as well, like, you know, some of you might want to keep that, I probably won't, but one thing I will say, shop2.net also didn't tell me they dispatched it, which is a bit of a, it sucks a bit. They did dispatch it like within 24 hours of me ordering, and it was sent by DPD24, so it comes within 24 hours in the UK, but I didn't know it was coming, so it was good that it came, but it wasn't good that I didn't know it was coming. But yeah, check it out, Subsonic Dragonball Z Gaming chair. Also, if you want to see how it's doing in the future, then watch my latest stream. I do live streams playing different games, Mario, FIFA, Pokemon. Maybe we should get some Dragon Ball games. Maybe that's the next thing we need to do. Recommend a Dragon Ball game in the comments down below if you want me to play a Dragon Ball game. But yeah, basically, if I'm still using this in 2 years, it means it was good. If I'm not using it in 2 years' time, it means it probably wasn't that good. But also, if you want to compare it to an X-Rocker, it's similar money to an X-Rocker. I think with the X-Rocker you might get a little bit more for your money in terms of features, and because it leans back. This doesn't have like the lever where you can lean the chair right back. It doesn't have cushions like the X-Rocker, like the head cushion and the back lumbar support. The lumbar support on this does feel better for me personally, but chairs are such a subjective thing, aren't they? So yeah, I recommend it. Let me know if you recommend it if you got one. And hopefully this video has helped you make your mind up as to whether you want to buy one or not. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me in the future. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed yourself. And all there's left to say is, I've been Link, he has been Kakarot, and you, yes you, have been one of my legends. I'll see you real soon. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you've enjoyed that, you can click up here and you can watch another video of mine. Or if you really love it, if you really love it, or even if you just like it a little bit, go down here and subscribe to the channel. It means you'll never ever miss what is coming up real soon.